Hey, this is Rob, and I am getting ready to do a update video on my Rock Island 1911. Taking this gun apart thanks to several YouTube videos that I watched. Dr. Uptown, I believe. It's in my subscriptions. He does really good videos about how to take these guns down. But it was really easy to take this gun apart, and being my first 1911, that's something that I was kind of worried about. But if you go and watch his video, he'll show you how to take this gun down piece by piece, what to polish to help the functionality of it, and then I took that a step further and polished some things to make it a little more visually pleasing to me, I guess. I didn't get this gun to carry. I got this gun for something comfortable, fun, and different to shoot, and something that I really liked the look of, not just the pretty plain Glocks that I tend to gravitate towards. So I had no problems taking it apart, getting it back together. I couldn't get the grip safety to work. I don't know what happened. I took it apart probably 3 different times, and the thumb safety worked, but it didn't matter whether or not the grip safety was engaged. If the thumb safety was not engaged, the gun would fire, even without this being engaged. So on, I guess, the 3rd time that I took it apart and just very carefully put everything back in, the 3rd time it worked. So I don't know, 3rd time's a charm. There was something that I just didn't have lined up. So you're going to want to check when you take your gun down. You're going to want to check and make sure that you've got this in position where it's working correctly, that this is working correctly, that every piece is working as it should be. So when I took it down, I polished the trigger, I polished the magazine release, I polished the takedown lever, I polished the thumb safety, the grip safety, the beaver tail, the hammer, and then the trigger bars that come back on the inside of the frame of the gun here. I polished those exceptionally well. You don't want to take off any of the metal. You just want to take off the tenifer that they have on there, which is a process. It's on here really good. This required a lot of sanding, a lot of hand sanding with some fine grit paper to get this finish. But I got that real smooth. The sides of the hammer, you can't really see. Down in here, the wheel of the hammer, I polished the sides of that down to a mirror smooth finish. On this side, we've got the pins are polished. This side of the magazine release is polished. The barrel is polished. It's polished. I can't think of what that little piece is. The guide rod was already polished. The little piece around it. The little cap. I'm not super 1911 familiar. I started to polish the barrel, but it was getting late. But you can see that's a lot just to get it to there. So to get these things mirror smooth like this, it's a lot of polishing. I do not have, the gun is safe, I do not have a big polishing wheel to polish it, and I like doing stuff with my hands. I'm a tattoo artist, so I mean I like doing the work. It's just I had done a lot of work on this particular gun, and it was getting pretty late, and I was done for the night. So the barrel's something that's real easy to get to. It's because this gun, it takes down pretty easily. You push this pin, pull the slide back, push that pin till it pops out. And then you're going to pull the slide back like this and pull that out. I release the hammer, slide the slide off. Now, in a lot of videos on this gun, there's a little hole. You see it right there. Push it up a little bit, right there. A lot of these videos I've seen actually want you to pull this up here and insert like a paper clip through that little hole. Well, what I've found is this snaps up pretty regularly. I mean, it pops up like that if it doesn't have the frame holding it down, which recesses it a bit right here. And if you push on that outer ring, it makes a little gap there, right there. Then if you just pull down on that little cap, it'll snap down right there. And it's easier to do, it's just the angle that I'm at. Then you just push forward on the spring, like if you're taking down a Glock, and it'll come out. And that little cap will come off. And there it is. The barrel will slide out. And there you have a semi-polished barrel. I've got a lot of work to do still on this guy. Put it back together, slide the barrel in. You're going to want to make sure this little guy is to the back. Insert this little end cap, and there is an indentation that goes along your barrel. There's only one way this will fit in here, so it'll snap into place. This also has a horseshoe shape that'll fit over your barrel. You're going to want to push the spring in. Make sure the barrel's all the way back. And you're going to want to push the spring in. It's in there. My barrel had just slid forward, but you want to push the spring in. There you've got it. Watch, it'll snap up. But, I mean, that's pretty common. From all the videos I've watched, that's pretty common. So, that's how that comes down. I also polished, to a mirror finish, the sides of these rails and the bottom of these rails where it was making contact. And I polished the feed ramp. Reinsert your pin. And something's not right. I can feel it. This has a really nice trigger pull. I've heard that about 1911s, that they had really good trigger pulls. Just checking and making sure all my safeties are working after that last time. I just don't want that to be an issue. But there it is. The previous owner happened to have an extra stainless 8-round magazine, which I just think kind of like it matches and it fits the theme that I've got going on here. About these rubberized grips, I wanted to get into something. I didn't buy this gun to carry. I bought it because I like the way 1911s look. I've never had one. I got a really good deal on it. I liked the look of the grips. I like the feel of the grips. I don't intend on carrying this. I've only shot one magazine through it. I need to shoot a lot more before I would make a decision like that. But these rubber grips, I don't know. I would get a different grip system if I were going to carry this gun. These grips are really thick, and the rubber texture sticks to your shirt. It sticks to your clothes. So I would go with some smoother, I mean maybe not smooth, but not rubber grips if you were to carry this. I won't know that, like I said, until I got a lot more rounds through it. But there's the update. There's what it looks like. I told you I'd put another video on after I got it polished up, so it just takes your low end, cheap priced, but well functioning Rock Island Armory and makes it look like a higher end 1911. And the way it's all polished on the internals, it should function like a higher end 1911. After I get a few more 100 rounds through it, I'll let you know. This is Rob. My next video is going to be comparing this to the Glock 26 size-wise, capacity-wise, just all around general comparison between the two, my thoughts on them. You all know how I feel about Glocks, so I'll get that up just as soon as I can. Have a good day, enjoy shooting, be safe.